Hi, I'm Joanne Huney, and I'm 80 years old. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 80 years young, and I'm enjoying life unbelievably. It's beautiful. Everything is good about it. I live here in California where we have such beautiful weather. I couldn't be happier.
Joanne, would you say that this is the best part of your life right now?
Why, of course, I don't have to work. I don't have to worry about earning money. I can just enjoy every day of my life.
And you seem to do so many things.
Well, that's always been my modus operandi. I've always been busy and I never am completely idle.
And this beautiful jewelry that you are always wearing.
Well, that's something I started about 7 years ago, and it satisfies my creative urges, and people, and it's fun because people always say and comment on the jewelry that I wear, and I enjoy looking at the jewelry that I give to my friends or sell to friends.
Joanne, we would like to speak to all the other seniors that are in this center. And what is it that makes you so strong, so happy to be here at this time in your life?
I think it's just because I enjoy doing things. If you don't do things, you won't know whether you'll enjoy them. So that's very important to me.
And I heard that you were a CPA too. Can you tell me a little about that time in your life where you were studying to become a CPA?
Well, it was kind of unique because I was a mature adult when I went back to college. I had put in 1 year at UCLA before I married at the age of 18, and I was fired from a job without benefit of rehire as a clerk typist. I'd had that job for 4 years, but I knew that I had to do something. My mother offered to let me move in with her and help her with their business, or maybe if that didn't work out, I could go back to college. So that's what I did.
And I heard also that you had 2 sons at that time.
Right. So they actually lived in the maid's bedroom downstairs, and I had and it was an unusual house. We actually made fashion aprons there, and that were sold at stores like Macy's or Saks Fifth Avenue, Bullock's at that time also. And
so you worked and you took care of your 2 children?
Right. And I liked it because I was working in the house. So I was there when my boys came home from school. But it didn't take me long to realize that there wasn't going to be enough money coming in and to support all of us. So I knew I was going to have to go back to school. But I'd help my husband through the degree so that he could teach school and then become a principal. And he was never happy in that. So I took and invested $90 in taking tests at UCLA that would test my abilities and my interests. And it was sort of unusual. One of the first tests that I took showed I had the same interests as a CPA. And I didn't even know what a CPA was. But the result of those 21 tests was that I should go back and study business or law. So I enrolled at LA City College, and I took my first accounting course, and I knew I had found my interest in life, at least so far as working was concerned.
And I heard that you told someone that you always liked to be admired for everything that you did.
Yes, that's true. I don't know why. That was something that when I was 10 years old, that became important to me. Maybe it was because my mother and dad had separated, and that was not the most usual thing back at that time. So I guess I felt I had to, I don't know. Who knows why we do things at that age.
We see you here and we see you playing bridge, but we see you also acting in front of a camera often.
Well, that's something. One day I was wheeling my wheelchair down to the director's office, director over the club, and this lady said, "We need you." And, and I was totally surprised, and then she said, "We don't have very many women in wheelchairs." So this was after the bridge game, so I figured, oh, I'll give it a try. I don't have anything to lose. I'm here at the center already. And it's really opened up a whole new world to me, because camera preparation is completely different from working as a CPA. That's for sure.
You seem to have so much passion for it. And how is it that you rehearse at your house for the classes?
Well, I found that works if I take and I'm reading. I do a lot of reading. I've always enjoyed reading. And so I'll read out loud, looking for one of the things that's important, to be able to look at a sentence and then read it out loud without looking. And so I do that when I'm reading a book where there's dialogue. And that has helped me.
Tell us a little about the teachers that are at the Senior Center and that brought so much passion of acting in you.
Well, it wasn't very long after I started attending the class that I really realized that they're very professional. They really know what they're doing. It's not just a Mickey Mouse thing. And also, the people that attend the class are very, very supportive. And you do a good job, and they give you a thumbs up. And I've gone home at night just elated after doing something really good on camera. And it's also fun to have them say, "You did a better job of reading that commercial than what we saw on television. So what more do you need to be encouraged to continue in a class when you feel so good about doing it?"
What a great joy of having so many volunteers. Are there some of the volunteers that you would like to speak about that are so dedicated in that center?
I want to ask it again.
Which
When you have the airplane, you can't talk.
So go ahead and pick up from where you are. I think from the question.
What was your question?
Would you like to speak about the dedication of the volunteers that come to the center and help out all the seniors?
Well, without the volunteers, we wouldn't have a center, because the only thing the city provides is the director and assistant recreation people. So it's up to the volunteers to put on the programs and and do all of the work. I know, because I've been involved in almost every sector of it in all the years that I've been coming here and being part of the board of directors. There just wouldn't be a center. And we have good people that do work here.
Looking back at your life, Joan, and knowing that this is a great time in your life, what would you like to say to people that have the challenges that you went through?
Well, all I know is the wheelchair hasn't prevented me from doing anything that I wanted to do, well, with a few exceptions. But it's great to be alive, and there's still more to learn. I'm still learning to do things on the computer and to just live and be, and it's important to be considered an amazing woman. I don't want to stop being that amazing woman.
And you are an amazing woman, and you say you're 80 years young. And what would you say to all the seniors that are here for them to stay young and joyful like you are?
Well, unless you do it, you never know whether you're going to enjoy it. So the important thing is to keep doing it, keep trying, and keep enjoying. And be positive about life. Know that there's wonderful things out there to do and enjoy, and to be a service to other people.
Thank you, Joan. You are such an inspiration to lots of women and men here. Thank you for being there with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I've enjoyed my entire time here.
Go ahead and just stay there. I'm going to pan in and out. We're not going to be recording any sound. You can just look, look out that way.
Would you move, after you finish, move Joanne and put Danielle in the camera?
Sure.
And then I want to have Danielle speak into the camera. Move her over to Danielle.
How about think about something that just makes you feel happy, inspired, yeah. And can I keep you out for the frame for a second here? There you go. Good.